Hey dudes, if you'd one day like to start a podcast and say unhinged stuff like we do, check out Zencastr.
Zencastr is an all-in-one podcast production suite that gives you studio quality audio and video without needing to know all the technical stuff.
Zencastr records each guest locally, then uploads the crystal clear audio and video right into the suite so you have high quality raw materials to work with.
And we love a secured cloud backup because that means you'll never lose your interviews, hot takes, or off-the-cuff fart and dick jokes.
Zencastr is super easy to use with guests too. There's nothing for your guests to download. You just send them a link and they click on it and they join the recording session.
Go to zen.ai/DTFU podcast and you'll get 30% off your first 3 months when you sign up for a pro account.
That's zen.ai/DTFU podcast for 30% off the first 3 months of your Zencastr Pro account.
Seriously, we started a podcast. You can and should absolutely do it too with Zencastr.
Do it.
Hello.
What's up, everybody? It's Erin.
And Nicole, this is Dude That's Fucked Up. And we have a show for you today.
We sure do.
Oh my God.
That's what you want to call it.
Oh, we've been talking about it. We're like texting about it this morning and just like getting real into it. And it's very fun. I know.
Oh boy.
I know.
Oh boy. Wow.
I know.
We're going to talk about the topic in a moment, but before we do, we got some business.
Oh my gosh. Exciting new biz. Da 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 da. Are you sitting down? Oh my God. Okay, if you're watching right now, you are literally seeing one of our new pieces of merch. This is the My Favorite Things coffee mug that Erin is modeling for us. It is herftastic. It is Illuminati. It is
putting the naughty in Illuminati.
And putting the butt in holes. It has all your favorite things on it. Yeah, we have new merch. Did I show? I have a. Also, let me model this merch. Oh, hello. Is this a hat with our minimalist logo on it and our initials DTFU on the back? Oh my God, it's so cute.
She's style. She is grace.
I can't put it over my headphones. It just looks like I have a really fat head and this is a tiny hat. It's a fascinator.
Yeah. It's like a classic dad hat.
It is, yeah.
We'll love it. We have it in like a beige color and a black color.
Oh, multiple colors.
Multiple colors.
Yeah, you could get it in like dark navy. You could get it in gray, I think. You could, but there's lighter colors with a darker embroidery and there's darker colors with a lighter embroidery.
We're just going for it, you guys.
We just went for it.
We just want you guys to sport the DTFU gear.
Sport and support.
Sport and support.
We have multiple mugs for coffee or whatever you want to put it on. We have a sweatshirt. We have a t-shirt. It is a real fun time.
Get into it. Check it out. It's on our store at DTFUpodcast.com.
Yep.
And you can peruse all the things there.
Yeah. And if you're a patron, remember that you do get a discount. And so make sure to check Patreon for what that discount is. It's 10% off and there's a code for you for your eyes only.
When you sign up to be a patron, I believe you get a welcome email.
You do, yes.
And within that welcome email, you get your 10% off code. So make sure you use that. And if you haven't joined the Patreon, you can do that and you will have access to our Discord, which is extremely fun.
Oh my God. It's the first thing I check every morning.
It's so nice. It's so fun.
I
It's
go in
really
there
great.
to see what people are talking about.
Oh my God. It's so much fun. It is. Yeah.
It's just a giant group chat.
Yeah. It's really fun.
Yeah.
So we have that, and we also, we have a bonus content for on 3 different tiers. So we do a Q&A, which usually turns out that we just talk about whatever we want. It turns into us just really chit-chatting and
oh my God,
forgetting that we are recording anything, you know.
I know, until someone comments. This last one was so much fun. Erin and I reenacted a scene from Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion.
It was really fun.
Erin's Romy accent, P.S. Chef's kiss. I mean, that was like, I couldn't even get into the scene because Erin just right off the bat was like nailing this accent, and it was so delightful. And we were just hanging. That was just like, we didn't plan to do it. We were just hanging out, and it ended up that we did it, and it was so fun.
I feel like I made you do it. I coerced you.
No, I feel like I made you do it.
Oh.
And you blew it out of the water. I would hire you. Hired.
Thank
Hired.
you. Oh my God.
Get this woman an agent. Get this woman a manager.
I wish I had a momager like Kris Jenner, man.
Yeah, me too.
The devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder. Anyway, yeah. So check all that out. And then we do a bonus episode, and then we do a commentary episode. So all different Patron levels. So check it out.
Love it.
Yeah, and we're gonna have merch. New merch.
New merch on the scene.
Yeah, so that's the business. Anything fucked up for you this week?
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, this is very quick, but it was very funny yesterday, and I just like laughed so maniacally after it happened.
Oh my God.
For multiple times, and then I like retold it to my mom. I like got home and called her and told her, and then we were just laughing.
I love it.
Pete and I like got up yesterday morning, and before work I was like, oh, do you want to go to the supermarket? And we just like needed a few staples like from a regular market, you know, like ketchup and like the brands that I want and stuff like that, you know, stuff that I can't get through like Imperfect Foods or like at Trader Joe's or whatever.
Right. Totally.
And so we're driving, and we're just like bopping along, listen to fucking Howard Stern on our Sirius XM or whatever. And we pull up behind a car at a stop sign, and they're making a right-hand turn. And I had just rolled down my window, which is relevant. And then and then I see a man on a bike go past us on Pete's, like on the passenger side. He's wearing a helmet, which is good. But he thinks that it would behoove him to also make a right-hand turn and go on the inside of the car making the right-hand turn. And it's like, just wait for 1 fucking second. They're making a right-hand turn. Why are you going on the inside? You're not in a race car, sir. You're on a fucking bike.
Yeah, and you're not Formula One trying to pass this car on the inside turn. Calm down.
Okay, Max Verstappen. Why didn't you just pump the fucking brakes? Okay. All
right, Lewis Hamilton.
All right, Daniel Ricciardo.
Oh, we watch Formula One. You think we don't? We do, bitch. Okay.
I want to really go to a race next year in Austin. I want to go.
Me too.
Oh my God. So anyway, I see that he's doing this, and I go, are you fucking stupid? Because he like is right in the pocket. Like this car's turning, and it's like he's in their blind spot, and like there's other cars he's going to have to like squeeze. Oh, he was just like squeezing. And then Pete goes, the window's down. And I was like, yeah. I know. Trying to make the man hear it. But then I look to my left. There's like 5 women on their morning walk. They're like,
oopsie.
Probably in their 50s or whatever. And I was like, he was like, they definitely heard you. And I was like, oh, that's okay. Whatever. You know, I don't care. But then I was like a little embarrassed. I'm like, you think they heard? And they did. They were like crossing the side. Like they were crossing in front of us when I screamed it. And, but he did tell me that one of the women clocked. After I said that, she like clocked what was happening and then started laughing because he was a fucking idiot. Anyway, that's all that happened. But I was just like, right after Pete said that woman was like laughing at what I said, then I started laughing, and I was like, man, I'm going to get punched in the mouth at some point, I feel like.
Well, listen, I'm a huge proponent of people biking.
Yeah.
I used to
Smart.
bike all the time in DC.
Yeah.
I used to work at a, electric bike startup. So I'm a big fan of bikes. But
Yeah.
if you're going to ride a bike in the city, you got to be fucking careful, okay?
Be smart.
Be smart and don't be an asshole. I don't know. People in cars can't and won't wait for you. They'll run your ass over. And you got to be always always be on defense.
I know.
I don't know.
If you're in a blind spot, they can't see you. Make sure that they can see you because they can't see. It's just so wild to me. There's just certain things. Even when I cross the street, I always make sure the person sees me. I'm like, do they see me or not see me? Because if they don't see me, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to cross. I'm going to wait. And it's going to take an extra second for them, but that's okay because it'll mean I'm safe and I didn't get mowed over in a crosswalk and die.
I just don't trust people who drive cars.
I know. I know. Everyone's so distracted.
That's a 2,000-pound fucking deadly weapon. It's not some benign thing. It's and then the person behind the wheel, I don't know what their deal is. They could be on their fucking phone or drunk or high. You don't know.
I know. It's wild.
I was driving Jack home from school and we were just driving down the street, a surface street, not even on the freeway or anything. And somebody just did a full fucking hard stop, squealed tires, everything. Almost rear-ended somebody, going the opposite way on the other side of the street. And Jack was like, "What was that? Was that a dog?" And I was like, no, it was somebody who wasn't paying attention while they were driving and they almost rear-ended somebody. So they had to brake really hard and they squealed their tires. And he was like, "What? They weren't paying attention when they were driving?" It's yeah, man.
Oh
it's
my
fucking
God.
wild out here.
I love him. What a funny guy. I know.
He's so funny. Yeah. So
yeah,
then he
that's
was
right.
"Are the police going to arrest him?" I'm like, "No, don't worry about it. The cops aren't doing shit, so it's fine. Don't worry."
Yeah, don't worry. We don't know what they're up to, but it's no good.
Well, it was a wild time driving home.
Oh my God.
And
do you have a fucked up thing this week?
I don't. That was
okay.
I appreciate the shitty drivers, or I hate the shitty drivers, and I appreciate your story about shitty bikers. So.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh, what a wild time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, you could be a shitty biker. You could be a shitty walker. You could be a shitty anything,
Yeah.
You could be a shitty celebrity. Oh.
We have the prettiest of the shittiest.
Oh my God. Yeah, okay. I feel like this topic has been floating around our list of topics that we do. It's been something we were interested in and we're finally deciding to do it this week. And I feel like it's because it's that thing of where when you're thinking of something, you notice more things about it. I've just been hearing so much about this person lately and it's really coming into focus. So, I will say, okay, this is for me what made me want to focus on what we're talking about today, which is Jared Leto. For a multitude of reasons. But okay, recently Pete was telling me, he's like, "Did you see that article about Jared Leto and how into method acting he is?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Well, he was recently on the set of his new movie Morbius." I almost said Morpheus. I would see that movie. I will not see Morbius. I couldn't give less shits. And Jared Leto was so method that his character has chronic pain, and so every time he had to go use the restroom, he would use crutches and hobble very slowly, like he was in chronic pain, while the rest of the set is just watching can you like speed this up so that we can get back on track for the day? Like, it was taking a lot of time away from the shoot. And that's a no-no because it costs a lot of money and every minute is precious.
Jesus Christ.
And so, like, eventually the crew was like, can we just, like, get a wheelchair for you, Mr. Leto, and, like, wheel you to the restroom? And he was like, yeah, that would be acceptable. Like, that still allows me to be in my method acting. Like,
okay, so he was pretending, or he was so method, he was in character, acting as though he himself had chronic pain and mobility issues to stay in character.
Yes.
What a fucking idiot.
To the fucking detriment of everyone else's time and the production of this film.
Sir.
But that was the moment where I was like,
meanwhile, he's a able-bodied.
Yes.
Like,
yeah,
totally fine. It's because it's method. But
it's like when they yell cut, fucking stand up and walk your butt to the bathroom, sir. Don't be making this, like, PA who's 22 years old or whatever have to push you around to fucking take a piss or a dump. Like, it's so dumb.
It's rude as hell. It's disrespectful to everybody's time. I hate it.
It's so awful. And so that was kind of when I was very interested in doing this, because someone prior to this, sharing this, someone on Facebook recommended that we do an episode on Jared Leto's cult. And I'm like,
oh my God.
He has a cult also? Like, this is insane. And also, it goes hand in hand with what I've been noticing, which is that this man does not age. And the question I've had for a long time, why is he even famous?
Well, I think this man is... Okay, we have a disagreement about this, but I think he's famous because he does have a little bit of talent, but I think mostly it's because he's hot. Listen, here's the thing. I don't want to give him too much credit, but he was quite good in some of the movies he's been in. He has a fairly, long career. Notably for me, I think Requiem for him and Requiem for a Dream and Prefontaine. Those are two movies that he's very good in.
I haven't seen Prefontaine, and Requiem for a Dream I've seen once, and I was scarred.
You don't need to see Requiem for a Dream more than once, honestly.
Yeah, I would say you don't need to see it at all, but that's
well. It's a fucked up movie, but he was like so fucking. It was crazy, like that role that was intense. So I'll give him that. Prefontaine is about the runner, Stephen Prefontaine, who was like from Eugene, Oregon. He was like a famous runner, and he died really young, tragically. So. Anyway, good movie. But lately, the movies that Jared Leto's been in and the acting he's been doing, regardless of it being method or whatever, just so bad.
Oof.
Like, I think the one of the recent movies I've seen with him is The Little Things, which is like him. He's like a creepy, like, serial killer, I guess, or suspected serial killer.
Oh, I think I saw that. Who's the other person in it?
Denzel.
Is there a third person?
Yeah, I forget who. Oh, Rami Malek.
Okay, I think I saw that.
And
it was fine. He didn't stand out to me.
He was so bad in that. It was like distractingly bad. Like, like where I was like, like as soon as he like was in the movie, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, calm down,
He was also in the most recent Batman movie, which I walked out of halfway through. Yeah, he's the Penguin. He like went through this insane transformation.
No, that wasn't Jared Leto. That was No, that
Oh,
was
that was Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
Okay, well, he had the same vibe.
I'm ashamed to say that I didn't hate the Batman. But you know how I feel about Batman movies. Like, there does not need to be anymore. Let's stop this madness, okay?
You're right. Okay, I'm thinking that he was in the Joker. What I was going to say is he was recently unrecognizable in House of Gucci.
Yes.
Which is a similar vibe to Colin Farrell, who's unrecognizable in fucking The Batman. The Batman. Did I already rant about it on here? Because I
can't remember.
I don't need to, but I will say it's just like the second Robert Pattinson comes on, it's like, okay, now we have to like deal with this emo adult man who like isn't processing his feelings and is not in therapy for fucking how long? 3 hours? No, I left. I spent about an hour and I was like, I'm done. We were in Seattle. I'm like, I'm going back to the hotel. I'm taking a nap.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I didn't pay for it or anything. I just watched it on HBO. So
yeah.
It was fine.
And I haven't seen House of Gucci, but I still do want to see that.
I really want to watch it.
Yeah.
I can't believe I haven't yet, but yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
well, so yeah. My theory is like he has some talent.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it's like, it doesn't make sense though to why he is still so popular.
Yeah.
But he has staying power because he has, that little bit of talent. He has good looks, a good agent, and a PR team that works overtime because of reasons that we will get into.
So many.
But mostly because
reason number one, he's making people push him to the bathroom.
Yeah, that the method acting is a thing we'll go into.
Yeah.
But mostly I think he has staying power because he's been in Hollywood for so long and he knows how to survive, nay, thrive in such a gross environment. He is like a fungus growing on the shit-covered log that is the entertainment industry. And I truly hate myself for saying this and for looking at this man and acknowledging that he is hot.
Why? He has no control over that.
I know, but
he literally has done nothing to be hot. Like, he just was born looking a way that is pleasing. Like,
yeah, it sucks, but here we are. And it's people's horniness for him. And that is why he has an acting career, a music career, and a whole ass cult, maybe, of people who want to be in proximity of said hotness. So
that's the thing. It's like, we can look at him and be like, he's an attractive person, but there's a line. I'm not running out to see his movies. I'm not running out to buy tickets to his concerts.
Absolutely not.
But there is a bunch of people who do that. Okay, I guess if people aren't aware of Jared Leto, he is. And do we have to call him an Academy Award-winning actor? He is one, but like, do we have to acknowledge that, or how are we gonna navigate that for this? We'll just say it once and well, it's almost like we're gonna disrespect him by not calling him that. It's like how wasn't that last week where it was like where it's like someone purposefully didn't call them sir. Margaret Thatcher purposely didn't call that woman, or that theater man didn't call him sir whatever. She was like so shady, so we're going to do the same thing. So Jared Leto got his start as the Claire Danes love interest in My So-Called Life. And that's right. I think if anyone's thinking My So-Called Life, wasn't that on in the early 90s? That is absolutely true. He was in his 20-something playing, I think, a high school student at the time. And
Jordan motherfucking Catalano.
Yes, Jordan Catalano. Right. But if you're like in your mind being like, wait, early 90s, how old was he? He was in his early 20s. He was playing a high school student. Wait, what does that all mean? Here's the twist no one saw coming. He is 50 motherfucking years old. That man is 50.
Today, in 2022, Jared Leto is 50 fucking years old, okay?
it is, and this brings up truly like the reason I wanted to talk about him, because I am just like so baffled by this. He's in a new movie, or he was like just in a new movie with Anne, Why Are We Still Doing This, Hathaway. She's fine, but
I love it. I like Anne Hathaway.
She's fine. But they were in a movie together about the WeWork couple that was like total on a grift. Side note, that's a good episode we could do. And the man looks like 30, maybe 35. He's definitely, I mean, I just got my Botox refreshed, so like my forehead barely moves. And it's not even fully into like the time period when it's all gonna be more frozen. So
it hasn't settled yet.
It hasn't even fully like taken its settlement on my forehead. So it might even get more frozen, but he's definitely using Botox because it takes one to know one. And definitely maybe fillers, and also his eyelids are looking different lately. So that leads me to assume maybe he's had his eyes done, or it's a painting in the attic, like we sometimes say.
Dorian Gray situation.
Yeah, some sort of Dorian Gray situation where there's like a throne somewhere in his gigantic Hollywood Hills home, or his Brooklyn loft. I don't know if he's a West or East Coaster, but man, it is. His face is
hoy-and-toit.
Hoy-and-toit. It is a question mark.
Yeah, it is like, you're what now?
Yeah.
You're how old?
I'm like, where's who's the guy that hosts Unsolved Mysteries? We need to get him over here, because I am very curious of what's going on in this general vicinity.
I have questions. This is a mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah, this man is aging, or not aging, I should say. Yeah.
He's just frozen in time.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, he is aging, but it's like in a way that is
waxy.
I don't know. It's like fine, you know? It's like
it's fine. No, it's fine. No, he looks good. I mean, that's the weird thing, you know?
Fucking hate it, man.
I know. Also, side note, his mother is gorge.
Yeah.
She's like a silver fox.
She's like Cajun ancestry too.
Oh, really? Well, then he must have really good genes, because I saw a picture and I was like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. And obviously he's beautiful. So,
yeah.
Well, okay. So from there, his career takes off in the 90s, most notably with the timeless classic Urban Legend, also starring Casey. Joshua
Jackson.
But also more boring stuff like The Thin Red Line. And around this time, like, or not this time exactly, but like during the 90s, late 90s, he does form a band called 30 Seconds to Mars. But we're going to put a little pin in that, because it's its own diaper of hot garbage that we'll look at in a little bit. We're focusing on the acting stuff right now.
Yeah.
And by acting, I mean acting like a fucking diva. In the late 90s, early 2000s, he had roles in films like Girl Interrupted, Fight Club, American Psycho. But as you mentioned, he really made a name for himself as the lead in Darren Aronofsky's Requiem for a Dream. And he's gone on since that time to make a ton of films, most notably Dallas Buyers Club, Suicide Squad, House of Gucci, and then the most recent film, Morbius,
which has a stank review from Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Wasn't Dallas Buyers Club the movie he won the Academy Award for? Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, because it is in the year of 2022, year of our Lord, it is problematic in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I feel like that movie didn't come out that long ago either, so it's wild. So this man has been in a lot of movies, and as we alluded to, the method acting is fucking insufferable. Like, there's a time and a place for method acting, and there's like notable method actors are, you know, they're intense. They're doing their thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, they usually are doing movies that are like serious and important, maybe. But I think regardless, they're still insufferable, regardless if it's like a fucking, you know.
Yeah. No, it is.
It's just insufferable. It's just, as Laurence Olivier said to Dustin Hoffman, my dear boy, why don't you just try acting? A fucking chef's
Oh my
kiss
God.
of
What?
a thing to say to somebody who's just trying way too hard. Like,
Oh my God.
just
Yeah.
act.
Just act.
The job is to act. You don't have to, like, Christ, just calm down.
Yeah, like do your homework, like spend some time with this character and like make choices. But like that's the thing. I guess if people aren't familiar with method acting, it's a very specific process where like the actors try and get into the emotional mindset of a character by like living their life, making choices that the character would make so that they could like feel what it would feel like to be that person. And I understand wanting to do some of that, but also this shit fucks you up too. Like there's like, you know, I mean, like one of the most notable method actors in our current timeline is Daniel Day-Lewis. And he has to like retire because it's draining. And also nobody wants to fucking call you Mr. President on a set.
Yeah, people did not like that.
No. Oh my God.
People did not like working with Daniel Day-Lewis on the set of Lincoln.
Oh my God. Okay, wait. Can I read you something I found on Reddit today?
Yes.
Okay, someone, I'm not going to say their Reddit name, it's offensive, but the what they say is, my favorite quote on method acting is from an interview with Danny Trejo. He tells me of working on Death Wish 4 and taking issue with a young actor berating the late Perry Lopez, then quite old and weighed down with emphysema. Trejo, fed up, took the kid aside. The young man said he was just getting into character. Trejo recalls, I said, well, you better back the fuck out of there because your character's about to get his ass beat.
Back the fuck out of there. Danny Trejo fucking rules.
What an angel. I love him so much. He's so funny.
Oh
but it's
my
like,
God.
yeah, stop fucking around. And, you know, this is the thing with Hollywood. People make space for it. Like, everybody on that set is enabling this asshole Jared Leto to be a fuckboy. Like, it's so stupid. And they have been enabling him literally his entire career, which is why he thinks it's okay to still do this shit. When not everybody's having to do this.
I think starting with probably Requiem for a Dream, when he really got into this method acting process, I think he had so much success for that role. I think he was like, okay, this is just how I have to do every single fucking role I do now. Like,
it reinforces it. Yeah.
Yeah. And he really did.
Oh my God, he did. Yeah. For that movie, he plays like an addict. Yeah.
Yeah, he plays an addict, and it's a very fucked up movie. If you've never seen it, don't watch it. I mean, it's like
it's traumatic.
It's very it's not good. I mean, it's good, but it's not, you know. It just it follows the like slide into rock bottom, beyond rock bottom, like mindset of an addict, and like from various points of view from different people, like who are in a bad place. So it's a lot.
Darren Aronofsky's films are like, he wants you to feel, I feel like he's very problematic. I don't know anything about him, but like something just about his films and like the way he tries to put you in that mind state, it's like something's up here that feels weird.
Yeah. So,
but allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, for Requiem for a Dream, he lost a shit ton of weight.
Yeah.
He basically starved himself to lose 28 pounds.
Yeah.
And then he like lived on the street in New York City.
quote unquote. Like he was like living there at night. Like at night he was like going out and like rubbing elbows with homeless people. You know, like there's something so gross.
It's fucking tourist ass bullshit. Like,
yeah.
For the sake of a role where you're going to be paid a shit ton of money, like, and
yeah,
you know what I
and
mean?
you
like,
don't actually live here. You're not actually experiencing what this is like. You're just like in it for 5 minutes, and then you're like,
you get to go home and take a shower in your nice penthouse
at the plaza.
if you want to. If at any point in time it's just too much. Like you're not an addict. You're not like, this is all. It's so gross. So, but that's what he did. That was his quote unquote method for process for this role.
Yeah. There's interviews too where he talks about it, and it's just all so condescending. Like it's I fucking hate it.
And it's just like, look at how like deep I will go.
Yeah.
How far I'll go for a role. It's like, bro.
Look how committed I am. It's like, you're not like a gonzo journalist or whatever. Like you're not. There's no.
You're
secret
making
here.
a movie. You're making a movie. Calm down.
There's no secret.
Yeah.
Oh, and then, well, like you were saying, he like lost a bunch of weight, and he's a small man, you know, like he's
like 5'11".
Yeah, but he's like, his frame is like
he's
small,
slight,
you know. Yeah, he's like thin. So he lost a lot of weight, and then for one of his next films, like within the next few years, he gained 67 pounds to portray Mark David Chapman, who's the person who murdered John Lennon.
Mm-hmm.
And the film's called Chapter 27. I've never heard of it or seen it, but
I remember the promos and stuff for it. But
I remember the promo. Yeah, I didn't care to watch it, but he was super method, gaining the weight, and like I guess he got gout because he wasn't working with a nutritionist or anything. You know, sometimes celebrities do gain or lose weight for roles because they need to fit a certain aesthetic, or, I mean, it's one of your tools that you have, I guess, as like an actor. But he was just drinking melted pints of chocolate Haagen-Dazs ice cream, like 2 a day.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't even know how you could like, that would make you so sick.
Ugh.
Right?
I mean, I think I could do it.
I couldn't. I love Haagen-Dazs because one of the reasons I love Haagen-Dazs so much is that, especially the chocolate flavor, is because it's so rich. I don't even eat that much of it. I'm like satisfied with like a
few
serving.
bites. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
There's a bug on me. Yeah, so
he got gout from it.
He got fucking gout.
Jesus.
And the article I read was like, yes, gout still exists. But it's like, I thought you got that from like red meat, but you could also get it from Haagen-Dazs chocolate ice cream if you are having 2 pints a day. So just beware.
Yikes.
Yeah, just beware.
He didn't murder anyone.
No. Yeah. I'm like, your method, but you didn't take it all the way.
Yeah.
Oh, why? Because there's consequences? Because you're not actually a killer? Weird how that works.
Yeah, you can't be that method. Like, Jesus.
No. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I could say the same thing for his process for his role in The Little Things. I feel like he definitely killed somebody for that role. It's weird. It's terrible. It's bad.
I feel like he wasn't method enough because you said he was distractingly bad.
It was just like the choices he made are just like it took me completely out of the movie. I was like, all right,
oh my God.
Jared Leto, calm the fuck down.
That came out in the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I remember. I think I remember watching it here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dallas Buyers Club. This is where the movie he was in with Matthew McConaughey. Mm-hmm. And he played a trans woman, which should have been played by an actual trans woman and not a cis straight white dude. There are a lot of trans people in the world who could have played this role. Like trans actors exist.
I know
in
several.
Hollywood. Yeah.
like they're here. They are ready to work and they're good.
Yeah, and it just so he played this role and won a fucking Academy Award for it. Yeah, but it's okay, guys. For this role, for his method for this. He says he spent lots of time with trans people, so that's so it's fine. Bro. Mm-mm.
Oh my God.
This man.
I don't even like
the unmitigated gall of the fucking
I know.
I
know. I read something. It must have been like kind of a favorable article about him, or maybe it was sarcastic. I can't remember what it was, but someone was just like, and talking. It must have been sarcastic because they were like kind of shitting all over like how method he is, and they were just like, and and Jared Leto and his like co-stars said he did pretty much everything except actually become trans when it came to like studying this role or whatever. And it's like,
my God, I
just fuck off.
And when you look, I was like looking up articles to read just specifically about this role and just like what was happening at the time, like what people were writing about him at the time, and it was just overwhelmingly glowing reviews of him. But obviously now, like years later, it's just like, no, you this is unacceptable. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So
I never saw that movie. Did you?
No, I never saw it.
I wonder if it even holds up.
I don't think so because I think on like a press tour he got heckled by somebody who was like, "Oh, this is like the trans misogyny of this is really intense." So
okay, but
fuck you.
You know what I love kind of for him? Is that's what he won his Academy Award for, and now everyone is like, you shouldn't have fucking done that. And so every time someone says he's an Academy Award winner, it also brings up that he like shouldn't have done that film and like how problematic it was. It's like very fun that it's like now spoiled.
Curiously, he claims that his Academy Award, the statue, is like missing.
Huh.
So, who's to say? He either subconsciously just hid it from view from himself, or somebody broke into his house and stole it because they said, "Fuck you." Nope.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's like avoiding it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's in the attic with his Dorian Gray painting, I think.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's like that creepy like Norwegian witch doll I had. It's just like wrapped in bags and paper and it's in a backpack in the back of his closet.
He knows it's wrong.
He's like, it's too triggering. Oh my gosh.
For Suicide Squad, my God, this man just absolutely terrorized everybody on set.
Of course he played the Joker. Of course. He is so, like, that is the worst. I told you today, I accidentally spent some time going down. It was a Jared Leto thread on Reddit, but then it devolved into like a actually thread about the Joker and his character and why certain people's portrayals of him have been good and why certain people's have been bad. And then I just was like stuck in this and I just was like, what the fuck? Like, I lost time. I'm like, what time is it? Why am I reading about this? I don't care. I actively dislike all that shit.
Yeah.
Like Joker stands.
My God.
Like, no, stop.
Well,
no.
He really went for it to be he became the Joker.
Yeah.
While he was working on this film. The Viola Davis is in the movie Suicide Squad, and the fucking audacity you have to like do something offensive in Viola Davis's presence is like so beyond. So she said that he gifted the cast of Suicide Squad a dead pig. And this is a direct quote from her. She said, quote, "He did some bad things, Jared Leto did. He gave some really horrific gifts. He had henchmen who would come into the rehearsal room And the henchman came in with a dead pig and plopped it on the table, and then he walked out, and that was our introduction to Jared Leto. And then,
like, I think the word gift is being misused, but
yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
And then in an interview with E! News, Jared Leto said that he sent everyone in the cast used condoms and anal beads as a means to further identify with the Joker. I don't remember the Joker having anything to do with anal beads or used condoms.
I will ask this man the same question I asked the man on the bike when I screamed at him yesterday. Are you fucking stupid? Like, do you not think everybody has a copy of the script? They have an understanding of who your character is. This anything to
Nicole,
do with
you don't understand. This is the Jared Leto Joker, okay?
Well,
this is different.
According to Reddit, it wasn't a good portrayal. So,
oh my God.
Joke's on him.
He said, quote, I did a lot of things to create a dynamic, to create an element of surprise, of spontaneity, and to really break down any kind of walls that may be there. The Joker is somebody who doesn't really respect things like personal space or boundaries. Bitch, like, buy everybody some fucking, like, cool shit.
Like a flower that squirts water or like a deck of cards. Like this, like, no, you're doing this shit and everybody goes, this is some fuck shit, and all their walls come up and they do not want to work with you ever again.
Yeah, I hate it.
To have a co-star like do what Viola Davis did and be like, he did bad things, like, that's bad.
Oh my God, I can't imagine offending Viola Davis. Like, fuck her. He also gave everyone a quote box full of nudie mags, a dildo, and a switchblade and a used condom, again, as wrap presents for everybody. Is this his condom? Is this his jizz in the condom? What is happening here?
Maybe it was just like open or whatever. I doubt it was like actually used. That's honestly, he should be reported. He should be like booted from the union for doing this fucking shit. Like, this is harassment.
This has to like violate some fucking like HR laws. Okay, like he gave Margot Robbie a live rat.
Yeah, in a box, right?
Like as a gift.
Yeah.
Which I mean, like that's doesn't like offend me as much. Like, well, but she still had to take care of it, and then she wasn't allowed to have it. So, like, what the fuck did she do with it? I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
it's weird.
It's weird. Anyway, hate it.
I hate it. Oh, my God. And then I read but I will say the good news is he's cut out of most of the Suicide Squad because his performance was so horrendous, I think. He's only in, like, 10 minutes of the film. I know. It's so great. But, I don't know. People did not like his choices. But I did read that he's slated to play Andy Warhol in an upcoming film. And I'm just like, what kind of problematic bullshit is this going to bring? What new wave of hell is this going to usher in?
What new fresh hell? Yeah, who's to say? I mean, I feel like it's going to unlock the, like, seventh seal of hell or something. Like, it's, I don't know. Who's to say?
Oh, my God. Well, maybe
he'll have some, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Maybe his biggest method acting has been that of a musician.
Honestly, though, for real.
Because this man, okay, we said earlier that he started a rock band in the 90s. Yeah, 1998. With his brother, Shannon Leto. I meant to look up what he looked like and I didn't.
Doesn't look like Jared Leto.
Oh, okay. That's unfortunate for him. It's the band's called 30 Seconds to Mars. It was big. Like, it was big in the 2000s, like early 2000s, I remember. And yeah, it's been mildly successful despite having Jared Leto as a frontman, or maybe because they have Jared Leto as a frontman. That's like, it's like a glass half full kind of situation.
I mean, he didn't like take advantage of his like fame, I guess, to like market the band, but it was like it was always gonna be that way. Like, you know what I mean? It was just like, I don't know. it was like, yeah, oh yeah, Jared Leto's in this band. Cool. I don't know.
But like he already had a big name, so like all you had to do was say that, and then it had like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh really? I should check it out. Like it already, yeah. He tried to keep it kind of like on the DL, I guess, but not really.
Yeah. He wasn't fully committed to this role at first, but
Yeah.
then he really went for it.
Is he's like, because he's in their videos and stuff, and like
he's the only one that's in the videos,
yeah,
really.
I was gonna say, so it's like you're
I
using
literally
the
don't know.
cachet.
I really don't. I could not find any other real images of anybody else in the band except for him and his brother.
Oh yeah, I think that's because the lineup has been like a set of revolving doors like over the years
for like their guitar players and stuff, and bass players,
which says a lot about probably the gifts he gives them. Like,
I would say this music is aggressively mediocre, pop screamo.
yeah.
Like, I think that's it.
I couldn't name a song of theirs. I know I've like heard ones because I do remember.
I've unfortunately listened to several of the songs in preparation for this episode, and they're not good. It's
no
not
bangers.
Good music. It's no bangers. It's just blah.
I will say, I knew nothing about them except that he was in this band and I knew the name. But like, I did learn, this was the most fascinating thing I learned. They have a Guinness World Record. 30 Seconds to Mars has a Guinness World Record. They hold the record for most tour dates following the release of an album. Like, like when you like officially announce your tour and it's like connected to an album or just like a time, like it's its own tour. They had 300 shows in the year following a release, which is significant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not only does Jared Leto front the band, he's lead vocals. He also plays guitar, bass, and keyboards, and he has directed a few of their music videos under the pseudonym Bartholomew Cubbins.
Cool.
I hate it. It's like apparently it's a Dr. Seuss character, but yeah, it's like I don't know. I don't really care.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah.
If you like this music, sorry to this man. But the next thing we're going to talk about, this is where things take a turn. Okay. Yeah. And this is where all of the foundation of our shit talking is built upon, because
not even for me, because I didn't even read about this. I'm going to let you tell me about it. My shit talking is just based on like how he treats people on set and like how dumb and method he is.
Okay, well.
So this is a cherry.
There are many allegations of, I don't want to say pedophilia, but it is. It's underage sexual assault, basically.
That's pedophilia.
Yeah, it is.
We should call it that.
Yeah, call it what it is. So this comes with a trigger warning, and I will say that this is alleged. I'll say the word allegedly a lot because he has never been taken to court for any of these allegations.
Right.
So one of the earliest references to alleged concerning, quote unquote, concerning behavior was a 2005 New York Post article. The article claimed that Jared Leto was, quote, aggressively pursuing many of the teen models shacked up at the Maritime Hotel while in town with his band. He is, quote, he is constantly texting these 16 and 17-year-old girls. It's really kind of creepy, a source was quoted as saying.
Oof.
And then in the same year, there was like Tumblr posts and message boards that people went on and claimed to be as young as 15, recounting allegedly having sex with Jared Leto, who was in his mid-30s at the time.
Oh.
And some alleged a lack of consent, coercion, and sexual activities that they did not feel comfortable with.
Of course not. They were 15 in a celebrity's hotel room or whatever. Like,
yeah.
Of course you're not going to feel comfortable. It's not meant for it to be comfortable.
No. So if you want to go ahead and Google all that, you can. There's lots and lots of allegations out there. And And then in May of 2018, more recently, Dylan Sprouse tweeted, quote, "Yo, at Jared Leto, now that you've slid into the DMs of every female model aged 18 to 25, what would you say your success rate is?" And then James Gunn jumped in, who was the Suicide Squad director. Quote, "He starts at 18 on the internet," replying to that tweet. Those are some pretty spicy call outs, okay?
OMG.
That's really not holding a lot back. So it's like a known thing, obviously, that he is a creep in this way. So did anything come of it? Do you see Jared Leto getting any kind of summons to court? The only summons this man is getting is an invite to the Met Gala, okay?
Oh, my God.
So of course not. Of course nothing has happened. Despite numerous claims many very young women have made on the internet and many decent dudes like Dylan Sprouse calling him out on his grossness, there has been nary a consequence. And he keeps getting invites to all the award shows and getting cast in movies. So,
oh my God. And getting paid millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
I just truly, like, I have no capacity to understand why. Like, there isn't someone who could do the exact same job he does. There's millions of people. Like, just pick a different one. You don't have to work with Jared Leto. I don't understand that.
There's so many hot up and coming dudes that are not problematic, like, yet. You know, so let's try to, I don't know, let's try something new here.
Yeah,
I'm
like hire Leo or something. He might be problematic too.
Oh, Leo's so problematic. Like, also, like, there's just, there's a lot more. There's a lot more out there. Like, there's a lot more dudes that are just like in the same vein who can like do what he's doing.
Is Dylan Sprouse the one from Riverdale, or is that Cole Sprouse?
That's Cole Sprouse.
Oh, okay. Well, love Dylan Sprouse also for doing this. Amazing. Also, I think he would really know what's up because he is a model and his girlfriend's a model, and they're like fully immersed in that industry, and so they probably hear about these things firsthand.
Oh, you know, there's like all kinds of fucking stories.
Yeah.
And he just reached a breaking point where he's like, you know what, I'm gonna call this motherfucker out on the internet.
Oh my God.
On Beyonce's internet for all the world to see. So,
oh my God. And I really want to know why James Gunn is like, why they have beef. It's very exciting.
Probably because he was like, you fucking,
you
like hijacked my entire, like,
you
set
traumatized
all the time.
My cast. Yeah. You traumatized everybody working on this set. Yeah. Like you were unbearable to work with. You are unpleasant. Yeah. You're right.
Please leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so does this man have a fucking cult?
I wouldn't say it's a cult as much as it's like a summer camp.
Yeah.
They call themselves a cult a lot on social media. Like there will be pictures of like their shows or like this camp that they've put on for the past few years, like, you know,
for 30 Seconds to Mars. Yeah.
30 Seconds to Mars. And before, you know, COVID times, they were doing it, and now they're going to be doing it again this summer. But if you are a 30 Seconds to Mars super fan, they do this camp every year. This year in 2022, it's in Croatia. It's like a week long, you know, like fucking party Fyre Fest type bullshit, where you can like do yoga and get your face painted or whatever people do at these things.
You can get a tattoo of the band, like little logo.
Right, you can get a tattoo of the band's logo, and you watch them perform and stuff. Like there's live music and other artists perform, and you're in proximity to Jared Leto. That's like what this camp is, and it's super fucking expensive. It's like, not including airfare or anything, it's like $6,000 is like the average.
Yeah.
You know, you could do like a dumpier version of it, or you could do a higher end version of it, but it's so wild. And like, I think he's joking when he calls himself a cult, but I wouldn't put it past him for like, he's into underage girls. He knows how to like manipulate people and like freak people out. And I mean, I don't know if he would be able to like have a following. I don't know how charismatic he is in real life, but it's like, we should watch this one. Call the FBI, put him on a watch list for culty people.
Why do you think it's they're doing it in another country so they could do weird fuck shit that
you're right. That's gross. Probably really bad.
It's on an island too. Off the coast of Croatia. Like, who knows what the fuck's going on?
Yeah. Allegedly.
Oh my
God.
So I think this man understands. He understands his angles. He understands the aesthetic.
Yeah.
He understands that he looks like Jesus when he grows a beard.
Yeah.
And has long hair. He understands that, like, if he dresses in all white, playfully suggests other people dress in all white, that he could take a really, creepy ass looking picture and make it a whole vibe, make it a whole thing. And people will be like, this shit looks like a cult. And he'll be like, it's a cult. And he'll lean into it and be trolly and but then it's like, is it so method that is actually what's happening? Or is this just all a troll? Is this all a joke?
No.
Are the people who go to this shit in on his joke? No, probably not. They love it.
I don't think it's a joke.
Why would you spend nearly $7,000 to do this?
Proximity to fame, I guess.
You got to be off your goddamn rocker to do this. Like, I think, or you got to be in a cult to do it. So
I really think just think of like he's fucking power hungry. Like, he would absolutely start a cult if he knew people would follow it. Like, look at what he does on set. It's all about having the power, being in control, everything he does. Like, we just looked at a snapshot of his career, and it's like the way he treats people on set, the way he started a band. Like, I feel like he's probably some sort of like weird narcissist.
1,000% he's a narcissist and an egomaniac, and I mean, he has been doing all of this for so long, and people are telling him he's like great for so long, and he has a fucking Academy Award and has suffered zero consequences for his bad behavior. That, like, and I do think he is very charismatic. I think that when he bops around Hollywood, I mean, his whole life is a method acting exercise. So I just, man, oh man, this man he knows how to. So he epitomizes kind of all the grossness of the entertainment industry. And in my personal opinion, it looks very good on the outside. It's gorgeous. It's stunning. It's hot. It's like he can follow the trend, be at the Met Gala. He can do this, do that. But really, the underbelly of this man is yucky. Yeah. Real gross, real creepy, real bad vibes, real bad. I don't know. There's just something. Ugh. I mean, we've named all the things. It's not just something. It is. Here are all the examples we gave you. So
Yeah. He. I just don't get it. I never have really been into him, so I just I'm kind of like, well, I don't get it, and I really don't get it now. But I'm also like, are people, yes, he's a beautiful person or whatever. He's an attractive person, and he's ageless. And I guess if I was going to join a cult, it would be because the person appears to be ageless, like they have a secret. It's like they have some sort of secret. I want to find out what this secret is and like live forever or whatever, the woman in Death Becomes Her, Isabella Rossellini, where you're like, what is it? Where do I sign up? How do I get this?
Give it to me. I will pay all the money. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, but also I would want someone who's like, not him. I would want more of like a Cher or a Jada Pinkett Smith, even like they have not aged. They do not age. And
I
they
worship
don't
at the
seem as
altar of
creepy.
Paul Rudd, so
Yeah. Oh.
I get it. If he started a cult, I would join it. But I guess I'm saying, if I was Jared Leto, why wouldn't I start a cult? You know, it's easy. It's like there's a playbook for it. He is perfect in the role of a cult leader. So, sure.
Of course.
You know?
Why wouldn't you keep doing films that people offer you? Like, of course, you're just going to keep living your life until it goes sideways.
He has a cult. Like, I believe he does. I believe he is a cult leader.
I feel like if people,
like, what is a cult leader? You know what I mean? Like,
true. Oh, well, there's like very specific tenets, but I do think if people have the tattoo of like your band on their body, that is kind of culty.
If you have, like, all these signifiers that like bond you to a person or movement, whatever, and you are paying tons and tons of money, and you are, you know, removing yourself from your friends and family. That's another thing. I don't know if people are doing that, but you know.
Yeah, they are if they're going to the 30 seconds to Croatia or whatever. Like, that's 40, probably just a 40 giant
hours
fuck
to
fest.
Croatia. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it probably is. It probably is real culty. Even if it's just culty 1 week of the year, it's, you know, maybe they go full cult, because we know he can't do anything half-assed. He's method, baby. He's got to do it all in. So he's definitely doing some cult leader shenanigans when he's there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you have a cult or pretend like you have a cult?
Yeah.
If you're Jared Leto.
Well, you're not pretending if you're Jared Leto. That's the thing.
That's true. It's real life.
That's the thing. It's someone would tell him, why don't you try acting? He can't. He's not capable.
Laurence Olivier, where are you when we need you?
Dead.
But also, my dear boy, why don't you just try acting?
Yes. Oh my God. I also meant to say, well, this is all hearsay because I read it on Reddit, but so they cut him down to like 10 minutes in that film. And then the other thing that's very delightful is that they were supposed to do a Margot Robbie Joker film, and nobody wanted to work with him again. So they fucking cut him out of it. They did Birds of Prey, which was a all Harley Quinn focused movie, and they totally left him out. They didn't even give him like a cameo in that movie.
Yeah. We love to see it. I don't want to talk about this man anymore.
I'm tired of him. I'm tired of his shenanigans.
Tired of this man.
I'm tired of his fuck shit.
Boo to this man.
Boo.
Sorry.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Sorry if you guys really like Jared Leto, but bye. Yeah. That's all I got. Follow us on social media at DTFU Podcast everywhere.
Yep. And visit the new store. It's DTFUpodcast.com.
Yeah. Check out our new merch and check out our Patreon. It's patreon.com/DTFU Podcast. And hey, like, just please stay excellent to yourselves
and each other.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.